Hi viewers, welcome to our channel Light to Crack Math. In our previous video, we had discussed about estimation and rounding off. So if you hadn't checked out that video, I'm just giving the link of the previous videos in the description. Do check it out without fail. And if you're a first time viewer of our channel, do subscribe our channel without fail and click on the bell button to receive notification of our future videos. So moving into today's video, we are going to discuss about Roman numerals. Roman numerals is not a very new chapter to you. You have been studying since your 4th standard, right? So now first we'll just have a recap about Roman numerals and then we will be seeing the content given in our NCERT textbook as well. Okay, so first let's move on to the basics of Roman numerals. So the very first thing which you will have to know about Roman numerals is we use 7 alphabets of our English alphabets to represent Roman numerals. So they are I, V, X, L, C, D and M. So I represents 1. Normally we write I is this way in English, but when it comes to Roman numerals, you are just supposed to draw a standing line. That's it. The bar shouldn't be there. Okay, so 1 bar means it is numeral 1. If you're going to draw 2 I's, that represents 2. Then if you're going to draw 3 I's, that represents 3. So 4. Can I draw 4 eyes like this? No, this is wrong because in Roman numerals you cannot repeat any alphabet more than 3 times in a sequence. So this is where we get the introduction of our new number and the letter V. So I, V is nothing but 4. Okay, so now your V is going to be 5. So with these two comparison, there is a rule. So your V represents 5, right? Have a look at 4 here. You have V and I. So you have a smaller number in front of a greater number. So when we are having a smaller number in front of a greater number, then what have we done here? Can you guess? We are using the operation, arithmetic operation, subtraction. So this is 1 and this is 5. So we have subtracted 5 minus 1 and that represents 4. So now the next number is again another rule. See, 6. For 6, how do we write? VI, right? So here we are having the greater number first, followed by the smaller number. So when you have a greater number followed by a smaller number, what have we done here? 5 and 1 we are adding. So when you have a smaller number in front of greater number, you will have to subtract, and when you have a greater number followed by a smaller number, then you will have to add. Okay, so these two are also important rules of Roman numerals which you will have to remember. So moving on to the next number, 7. So VII and 8 VIII. So again we have got 3 I's, so you cannot continue with that. So that is where you get the help of X. So it is the same rule. Small number in front of a bigger number. So 1 and 10. So your X is representing 10. So 1 and 10 means it is 1 minus 10, which is equal to 9. So when you move on to 11, what do you have? 10 and 1. The bigger number is followed by a smaller number, so you will have to add. So that is how you get 11. So this is how you will be writing your numbers. So we'll just quickly see what does these letters represent. So your I is nothing but having the value 1, your V has the value 5, X has the value 10, L has the value 50, and C has the value 100, and D has the value 500, and M has the value 1000. Okay, so these are the fundamentals. And one important thing is, in Roman numerals you will be able to represent only natural numbers, which means 0 doesn't have a denotation in Roman numerals. Okay, so one more rule which you can see here is here I. When you are having the same numbers continuously, you are adding, right? So I is nothing but 3. Similarly, if it is going to be x, then it is 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30. If it is going to be C, then it is 100 plus 100 plus 100, 300. And if it is going to be M, then it is 1000 plus 1000 plus 1000, which is 3000. Okay. So now, based on these rules which we have discussed so far, let's try solving few problems. So see, I've got the number x v I. So I have to find out what number this is. So you see, the same letter is been written continuously thrice, which means you will have to add its value. So x represent 10, right? So x represent 10, right? So I will be adding 10 plus 10 plus 10. So now I have got v. So v is nothing but 5, and followed by I. I is 1, right? So this is a greater number followed by a smaller number, which means I have to add them. 5 plus 1. So I have another one also here. So it is 5 plus 1 plus 1, which is nothing but 7. So the number so formed is 30 plus 7, which is equal to 37. So XXXVII represents the Hindu-Arabic number 37. So now we'll see another example. LXVI. So L is nothing but 50 and X represents 10. So again we have a greater number followed by a smaller number, which means you will have to add. So it is 50 plus 10. So here you have V. V is 5, and then you have got I. I is 1. Again greater number followed by a smaller number, which means you will have to add. So it is again 5 plus 1. So 50 plus 10 is 60, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So you've got 66. So the Roman number LXVI represents the Hindu-Arabic number 66. So we'll move on to another example. So X is nothing but 10 and L is nothing but 50. So here you have a smaller number followed by a bigger number, which means you will have to do subtraction. 50 minus 10, and that is 40. Okay. So we'll see another example. XC. So X again is 10 and C is 100. So you have a smaller number being followed by a bigger number, so which means you will have to subtract. So 100 minus 10 is nothing but 90. So the Roman numeral XC represents the Arabic numeral 90. And now we'll see another example. CD. So your C is nothing but 100 and D represents 500. So again here also we have a smaller number being followed by the bigger number, which means you'll have to do subtraction. So 500 minus 100 is 400. Okay. And a final example, cm. So c again is 100, m represents 1000. So you've got your smaller number being followed by the larger number, which means we'll have to subtract. So our cm is nothing but 900 in our Hindu Arabic numeral. So with this, we come to the end of today's video. So hope you've got some knowledge about Roman numerals. Alright, if this video was informative, then like our video and please share our video to your friends so that they also get the light to crack their math.